Well, good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday morning. It's time to do this again. Holy cow. Oh, it's a beautiful day. It's going to be a windy day here in Little Roosevelt. We have a lot of those windy days. And I have so much to do here on the farm. So I'm just going to get into it. One of the things I've been trying to do on my weekly lives is do stuff that I normally have to do on the farm. And logistically, that's kind of hard with the live and setting up the camera and everything. But when I'm evaluating babies and shearing and all this other stuff, I can definitely do that live. So bear with me as we get through this. And also, I have everything ready to go. And you know, the one thing I forgot? It's my allergy pill. So I might be sniffling a little bit today. The dust and stuff kicking up from the wind is getting to me. So at least you're on the other side of the camera. It's not contagious. Not at all. Here we go. So it's Wednesday morning. What I'm going to do after just a few little announcements is get into Ganache and Dandelion. They're behind me here. They both had babies, and they're getting ready to be weaned here in a week or so. And I just might rebreed them. I don't know. They are just beautifully fluffy. Ganache definitely is ready for a haircut. Dandelion, I'm not so sure. I had her down as a fawn, and I think she's a chocolate agouti. Good Lord. My friend Renee and we have to laugh at ourselves. We have these rabbits that we think is one or the other, and then we get them out. So you're going to help me decide live. Today, we're going to look at it. Look at her and determine if she's actually a fawn or a chocolate agouti. And then I'm going to research some of my old videos. Well, not so old, but I have some of her as a baby, brand new baby. So we're going to look at those and see if she had a white belly. See if I can do some research. Yeah, so we're going to check that out. A few chocolate announcements. God, I'm so excited. You might have heard that it's official. Chocolate Agoutis are a go. So this fall in Reno's convention, we are bringing at least 12 chocolate agoutis, maybe a few more for exhibit. And if you're one of my village elders, a lot of those are going to be farmed out to other breeders so they can start making even more. So yeah, I'm really excited. And then to put it on your calendar, 2028 in Kentucky, that's our target date. We're going to rally together and bring a whole bunch of chocolate agoutis to that presentation. That'll be our first presentation. And the other thing I'm kind of waffling on, back and forth, my husband has not said no. It's kind of, I don't know if we will, but I'm really tempted. I have several chocolates in my barn. I think I'm ready to take out a chocolate COD, a self. They're very popular. I'm getting hammered a lot. Another thing that's really popular is fawns and reds. But hey, you know, my friend Renee, she's here in Washington, she's got that handled. She's got a COD that's going to be underway in less than a year. She's got a barn full of beautiful fawns and reds. So she's going to be feeling that. I'll fill a little bit to support her COD. And it's kind of like what she's doing for me. She's bred one of her favorite does. I've been begging to be on her waiting list. It's a rabbit that's beat me several times on the show table, Miss Queenie. And she had a litter. And guess what she had? She had a chocolate agouti. And so yeah, I get to have that, I think. So I'm really excited. That's how we can help each other. Oh my gosh. And the baby daddy is another, I can't remember the name, Renee, I apologize. But it was one of her other really top producing, or really top winners. I believe he was a chestnut. So yeah, those babies should be phenomenal. And I'm getting one. I'm so excited. Yeah, so if you want on the boat, it's not too late to get on there with us. We are rallying the troops across the country to join us in the Colored Giant Village. Now, we do have a subset. You might have heard me talk a little bit about the village elders. The Colored Village is everybody and anybody that wants to rah-rah and chip in and help. Now, the village elders, those are the people that are serious about rolling up their sleeves and getting to work and breeding more, bringing some to convention in 2028. Yeah, so I need to bring at least 25 from 5 different households. Yeah, so I need everybody to chip in. So if you want to get on that boat, there's some benefits to being a village elder. We have built a special classified ad section within Sinfully Soft. I've been hitting it pretty hard on learning how to build this thing. I'm not a web designer. Holy cow, but it's really coming together. It's actually working. I'm really thrilled. So there's 2 parts to the classified ad section. I built it for myself as well as my fellow elders if they want to use it. There's a form they can fill out to put their rabbits for free on this classified ad section. And all of this is housed underneath a little umbrella, a protective veil. So unless you have special privileges as a village elder, you can't see it. So the way to get in is to go to Sinfully Soft, click on Rabbits, little tab across the top, scroll down, and you'll see Colored Giant Angoras. Click on that tab, and then there's a couple of buttons. One, Join Now. It'll take you right to the contract. Fill out that contract, and I'll get notified, and I'll give you special permissions to get into, so you can see those special pages. And you can get into our private Facebook group. Yeah, and on those private pages within Sinfully Soft, not only do you see the classified ads, you can post classified ads, and they're instantly available to other Colored Village elders to see. And if you want, with a click on the button, I can automatically put those on the public page. And I've done that for myself. I might have overcomplicated things. I tend to do that. But as I'm thinking, I want my village elders to have first crack, not only on my colors, but even on the white and the chestnuts. It'll help them build up their herd. Yeah. So I post them to village elders, the private page, and then after a week or 2, maybe some have been dispersed already, and this has happened, and there's several that are left. Then with a click of the button, I can put those automatically populate on the public page. So if you go to Sinfully Soft and the tab Rabbits, you'll see a public page. So that's the ones that have already been scanned over by the village elders, but are now available to the public. So if you're interested, I do have a few for sale. And some of my village elders may be putting some up there on the public page too. And if you're part of the village elders, you sign the contract, you can see that private page. I have more rabbits being loaded on there daily. I had another gal that just posted a beautiful French, I believe. I need to go check it. And it's one of the Duluth colors that we're working on. So having that blended in with the giants is going to be crucial. That's one of the key steps that I've used very successfully in breeding up my colors in the chestnuts in the past, and I'm working on my chocolate agoutis going forward. Is I'm finding comparable rabbits to my giants, which means they have to be big, right? Because the word giants, they have to have the nice body type and the color. And French are really close to that. Some even have the tassels already, not full tassels, but some have some French and some have woolly feet. And it doesn't take more than a breeding or two to a purebred giant that does have those furnishings to get that back into your line. So yeah, using a great quality French Angora is the ticket. I've had huge success with that. And coming up in October at Oregon Flock and Fiber Festival, we have 2 classes that are dealing with rabbits. One is mine, and that is on October 30th. That's in the afternoon. From rabbit to mill, sorting and grading your Angora wool for not only market, but for mill runs. If you're wanting to learn how we do this, there's some tips and tricks I'll teach you. And then Molly is teaching her course that same day in the morning, Happy Hairy Hair Rabbitry. Everything you wanted to know about being successful in your own rabbitry. Molly's been doing rabbits for years. She's a sweet lady, very knowledgeable. That is going to be a great class. Oh my gosh. And then here in about a week, is it next week already? I have to look at the calendar, but we're starting a cohort group. We're a self-study group for 7 weeks. We're going to be studying the ABC Bunny book and teaching each other, learning how to identify the genocodes and be more confident when we're talking rabbit genetics. That's been a sore spot. I should be an expert, but I'm not. I'm not. So I'm going to be learning right alongside these people. It's going to be fun. I've been looking into it. And one of the biggest questions I have with the chocolate agoutis, I've been told this many, many times, but it didn't click until recently. My grandma told me a long time ago, it's kind of ironic, very wise woman, if you want to learn something, teach it. So it's like, here we go. I'm putting together information. And did you know that fawns are a chocolate agouti? They're an agouti. I've been told that so many times, and I'm like, it didn't compute on why. Until I started diving into the genetics and studying it and getting ready for this cohort group, right? It's like, the main difference is, I'll tell you the secret. It's not a secret, but it's like the agouti tells the rabbit to make bands of color. That's the A. And the non-extension tells the dark color how it gets expressed with the little E's on the very end of the genetic codes. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. And once I dove into this, it's like I don't feel near as bad as when I'm getting my fawns and chocolate agoutis a little confused. The biggest thing is, how do they look as they are babies? Do they have the white belly and the white or cream colored markings of an agouti? Because once they start growing their full fur, oh my gosh, it gets a little more challenging. Of course, we're going to look at Dandelion today and take a closer look at her. So I have a 3-page little handout, little PDF. I'll put in the link in the video today. And it explains all that. What is a non-extension agouti? Oh my gosh. And do you want to see my coloring books? I was hoping to have them put together by today, but I didn't get her done. It's one of those things, you know. I made two sets. They're going to be 15 pages each. You guys get a sneak peek. I'm just going to show you some loose pages. I'm really excited. Ooh, look at this. That's the cover page. So I'm going to cut it right down in the middle. And this is the inside of the page. I thought that was so cute. As a little note, so as you open, it's going to be glued on the top. So as you open the cover, you'll see this nice little message. Thank you for coloring with us. Keep creating, keep choosing joy, and keep sharing kindness. You are capable of beautiful things. And I just love that rainbow colored little giant Angora. So guess what all of these coloring pages are filled with? You got it. Giant Angoras. I'll start with this one. Kindness grows here. We'll just kind of go through the pages real quick. So that's the exact copy of the cover page. And this has more of a fall theme to it. It's like I think we're making applesauce there. And then, of course, looky there, we have what comes with fall, Halloween. Yep. And what do we have here? Also, high winds, right? We're flying a kite, having fun. Oh my gosh. And then, of course, we're making crafts with our falling leaves. They are so cute. And then, of course, this is more harvest stuff. Yep. We're harvesting our pumpkins. Grow joy. That's what we do. We snuck in a little spinning wheel back there. More bunnies having fun. Do you see a common theme in these? My giant Angoras. Oh my gosh. And of course, many of you are experiencing this right now. Back to school. That's what we do. Gosh, I talked to some of my grandkids. They started school last week. It's that time. Oh my goodness. And here's another pretty one. Oh my gosh. This is like a parade theme. Oh my gosh. They are so cute. I'm getting these out of order, but it doesn't matter. I'll fix that when I'm done. So when we're done today, I'm going to clear out all the fuzz and we're going to glue these things, put them together. More planting. Oh, and fall. Can't be fall without a corn maze. We're harvesting, looks like potatoes and apples. Having fun. Here's more harvesting. Woo-hoo. And then the last one in this series is my honeybees. And that's the kindness grows here. And then my other one, let's get those out real quick. I'm starting to sneeze again. Hold on. What does it say? Be kind, create joy. And this coloring book has a lot to do with our fiber industry and our creating things. Here they are, washing the fiber. This is using a blending board. Many of us do that. Getting ready to spin. We have a drop spindle. Isn't that cute? They're spinning away. Oh, and here we are blocking our lace shawl. Made with love. I just love these things. And here we're at our favorite yarn store. Having fun, squishing yarn. Oh my gosh. And here's one, needle felting. Well, is that needle felting? No, that's the wet felting. I think I have a needle felting in here somewhere too. There's so many. I was just like, and here's another one at the yarn store. Or it could be somebody's home. We're just having fun, gathering, doing our fuzzy crafting. Here we are again. Yay! Oh, and here's a weaving one. There's a lot of weavers out there. And I love berries. Who doesn't like berries? Oh, well, it wasn't. Yeah, so here we go. Here's the needle felting. Aren't they cute? Here's more crafting. Ooh. I wonder, this is needle felting. Is this the same one? Oh, it's a different one, but we'll keep it. And here we are at the yarn store. I don't know about your yarn store, but not another hat down our way. She's always winding. All those girls, you buy something that needs wound up, they'll wind it right there at the store. So you can start knitting right away. And so I was, what do I have here? Oh, I know what this is. These are the backings that I made for them. So they're printed, and then I put them on stickers, so they're on the cardboard. And so when I put them together, the idea is you'll have the cover, and then all the pages in the middle, and then I'll put them in a little sleeve, a plastic sleeve, so when they look at the back, you can see what pages are inside there. Yeah. So I'm going to go to my very first vending up here in Bickleton, Washington. There are neighbors up here. So I'm going to take some of my tie-dye t-shirts, some of my yarn, a few of my coloring books and notebooks, some of the fun stuff I've been working on. Holy cow. So it's 10:30. Should we take a look at Ganache? Or should we save her for last? I think we should look at Dandelion. She's my fawn or Chocolate Agouti, I think. But both these girls, I'm going to save this video because they will probably go on to new homes. They are technically an F3, And the baby daddy is cheerful. He's a purebred giant Angora. He's registered and granted. Is he? Oh, he's not registered yet. He's going to be here in September. Next month, he's going to go to Stevenson to a show and get registered. And then he's probably going to go to a new home to a young lady up north, her and her daughter, to make more big, beautiful babies. They need a big, nice, big buck, and I think he's going to be perfect. So he's been making lots of babies here. And his parents was Sweet Thing, my favorite, all-time favorite white doe, and Marigold. Marigold was a fawn boy. And these girls, their mom was Rapturous. She's an F2. And her parents was Sweet Bonbon. He was, I believe, a purebred. Yep. Chocolate. Oh, God. And he went on back east. I'll have to look at my notes, but hopefully he's making more beautiful babies because he did a great job down here. And the baby mama was one of my F1 crosses, and she was a chocolate agouti. So there's a lot of chocolate, a lot of chocolate agouti, some fawn, yeah, a lot of good stuff back there. But the one thing these two girls both have is the beautiful, thick wool structure that I just love. And they seem to be holding their color too, which is phenomenal. So I'm really excited. And Ganache, both these girls, I jumped the gun, but with our COD and stuff, I'm being more aggressive on breeding some of my favorite girls a little earlier than I normally would. Normally, I would wait till they're 10 months to a year old because they fully mature. These are big kids. They fully mature at about a year and a half. And so for my stock, I try to wait at 8 months. According to the SOP, they need to be at least 10 and a half pounds to be senior weight. So that's what we want. By 8 months, we want them to be 10 and a half pounds. Well, if I breed them earlier than 8 months, sometimes it can retard their growth because they put in more energy into making babies, right? And all that wool. And the combination is they may not get as big as they would normally. So realistically, it would be safer and better for the rabbit to mature to full growth anywhere from 10 months to a year and a half before you start reproducing. And that being said, I don't always follow my own advice. And for reasons I just explained, these two girls I bred at 6 months old. And it's a wild card. Will they produce? I don't know. Will they produce and be good mothers? I don't know. It's a wild card. But 2 out of 2, bam, they both did really good. They had babies and they were really good moms. Dandelion, she's a little on the lighter side. I think I weighed her today. She's 9 pounds. And Ganache is 10 and a half. So that's not, of course, Ganache has only 2 babies she's raising, and Dandelion has 4, 3 of her own, and they're all chocolate agouti, and 1 chocolate came from another doe. She was having issues when she had babies, so Dandelion took over. So she's been feeding 4, they're all doing really good. When I checked on them today, the little chocolate is missing some wool on top. Her siblings or mom, somebody's, no harm, no foul. So I bred them at 6 months, and they were born the first part of January. And their babies were born first part of July. So I think I'm going to, at least Ganache, I'm going to breed her one more time. And hopefully she'll have babies in a month. And she might actually be going to a new home after that. So we can spread more chocolate genes and more chocolate agouti genes. Both these girls might be moving on, especially if they produce another litter for me. Because we are on full speed ahead, you guys, for our chocolate agouti. So who are you going to do first? Oh, Dandelion. You know, she's the little girl, and she's a little more feisty, a little more. I haven't really decided if I'm going to shear her or not. Oh, God, see, she's thumping at me already. I wasn't thinking. I should have put my phone. We're live, so you're just being a pill, aren't you? I don't know if I'm going to shear her today. Her coat is just beautiful. It's standing up. I blew her and Ganache out. Oh, my gosh. You're just gorgeous. I needed a picture for Arba's website, and I think she's going to be my poster girl. See, now her ears, my husband, I should have had a chestnut out here too, but I don't. We were counting how many chocolate agoutis we had the other day. And we're getting them out, and he goes, "Is that one?" And I was like, "No, that's a chestnut." "Is that one?" "Nope." It's like a lot of my chestnuts carry a lot of rufous, so they look more orange naturally. But the test is when I look at the tips of the ears, and they're chocolate. They're not black. And the tips of the wool, the ticking needs to be chocolate and not black. I have white paper back here somewhere. Might be a little easier to tell. And if I zoomed in, I might make another little short video and zoom in on her wool. And her wool structure is just phenomenal. And it's perfect because it has guard hair all the way out, all the way over on the sides, nice and even. And that's what gives her the nice, the beautiful, fluffy look here. She's just gorgeous. And her body, I got to trim up that wool back here. She's got a little dip here, and you can't see it, but she's got a really nice rise. And it does dip down here to the shoulders a little bit. Not near as much as some as I've had before. So she's not perfect. But my God, she's got a lot of great stuff going on. So do I want to send you off to somebody? I don't know. And as I was blowing her, she looked like she had ring color. That's why I was like, "Are you a chocolate agouti? Do you see those rings?" It's really light because she's a dilute. But there's a darker band there. There's a red band. I say a red band. It's not really a red band. I don't know. I'm going to dig out some of your baby. Oh, look at this banding right there. Look at that. I don't even need the white card for that. And that's all one length of fiber. Oh, girlfriend, you're going to be my poster child, aren't you? I would never do this to a showable rabbit, especially on top here. Shall we grab something? All rabbits have a lot more wool on their shoulders. Oh my God, look at that ring color down here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, grab a little tuft here. She's like, what did you do? See how she flinched? I won't do that anymore, honey pot. We're going to lay that down on white paper. Yeah, it's not showing up very good at all. It's blurred out. I need some different lighting. I'm going to sandwich this between some paper. And I'm going to try to take some better pictures of that later on. But you're not getting share today. We're going to look at your belly. We're going to move my notes. Yeah, because you need cleaned up. At the very least, no matter what your future is, we're going to clean you up. I got some toenail clippers. And, of course, I don't have my scissors on me. I just cleaned out my tub. I don't think I have my scissors here either. What are you doing? Well, I have my shears. We'll put that there. We're going to clean you up. I'm going to find your scissors. But first of all, we're going to go ahead and clip your toenails. Can we do that? Because no matter what we do. And see her belly. Nice and white. That's what we like. So we're going to trim your toenails. We let these get too long. You're such a good girl. I'm not going to worry about the toenails because they might go down in her wool here. But she's, as an F3, she's got nice woolly feet, great furnishings. And I love how her toenails are all nice and colored. There's no white toenails. I've been told by several people that have worked with dilutes that that's one of the things you need to really watch for is white toenails. And so far, Well, honey pot, you know what we're going to do? Because we're live. Do you want to entertain my people for just a couple of minutes while I look for my... Oh, look what I found. Oh, that's always nice to have extra pair of scissors. That looks green. I don't want to scratch my nose now. Nope. So since you are going to take some pictures, you're going to be my poster child. Because I think we just identified you as a chocolate agouti. Because if she was a fawn, she wouldn't be showing those bands of color. Sometimes those bands of color can be tricky because they can, if you have new growth of color coming in, they can look like bands on the rabbit. But when I pulled them out, I know it probably didn't show up very good on video, but I could tell that the individual shaft of wool had bands of color. So she's one of these. Beautiful. And look at her face too. And that's not a fawn. Yeah, baby. Those darn babies are can I keep wanting to rub my nose, but I can't do that. Are you going to just keep being a pill? She's being a lot better than I thought she would. She is one of those moms that are very attentive, very protective of her babies. I almost need to have gloves on when I go in to check her babies. She's never bit me, but she's tried. And then once I get her on the table, she kind of mellows out like, oh, God, okay. But I have a nice hold on her, though. She's not going anywhere, and she's kind of like, if I was to let loose, I'm sure she wouldn't hesitate. See? Yeah. I was telling people you would do that, and you're just not even hesitating. Down here, she's got some urine stains and some buildup. This is the yucky part of rabbit raising. And during the summer, I try to keep their little backsides shorter than normal and cleaner. Because you can have fly strike in a flash. I've had rabbits that I just checked on, and a week later, they've had fly strike, and it's awful. Awful. This here is one of my favorite brushes. It's expensive. Do I have the brand? Yep. I want to say brand. There it is. Chris Christensen. They're made in Germany. They have long tines. Oh my gosh. For this serious wool, I use it on the feet and sometimes on the back side, and a little bit on the dewlap, but never ever on the top and sides, because it's very aggressive tines here. My other two favorite brushes. This is just a regular dog brush I got from a dog store or a pet store. And it was left over from 2023, believe it or not. Are you sneezing? What's that? And see, these tines are like half as long. I don't know if you can see that there. Yeah, they're half as long. But they work really good for delicate areas, and I even use them on the front feet or around the face, the back of the neck. And another one of my favorite ones is this one. And it has somebody else's wool in there. Don't do as I do. Clean your brushes in between your rabbits. Yes. This is a shorter tined brush, kind of like the other one. But I like this one because it has little balls of plastic on the very end, where this one doesn't. Trying to get that so you can see it. Darn video. Darn nose. But this is much gentler than these. These are very aggressive. So this, especially around the face, around the back of the ears, sensitive areas. But since I'm going to be working on the back feet, this, even though it's expensive, is all get out. Just a few passes of this is equal to twice or more passes with the shorter tines brushes. So I try to be delicate. I'm not going to hit her little feet. I'm just going to grab a little bit at a time. And usually we can flick out a lot of this dried pea stain stuff. One of the tricks I've done with my whites and my chestnuts, more so with the whites, they get these pea stains in here, right? But I have a little spray bottle. You can get these at any market, Walgreens, Walmart, in the travel section. They're like little 2-ounce, this is 3-ounce bottles. And I put peroxide and then I mark it because I have little bottles of this and several different things that I have. But I also have a bottle of water. But a little bit of spritz with peroxide. Are you sneezing? Is that allergies or is it something else? We'll have to keep an eye on that. But if I lightly spritz that, my stomach's grumbling. I had cookies for breakfast. Cookies and coffee. And then I just soak up the excess with my paper towel. And sometimes I just let it dry. If I'm in a hurry, you can spritz just a little bit of cornstarch or baby powder. And I try to squeeze gently, because if you go really hard and fast, you'll get all that plume of dust in your nose and in their nose, and we want to minimize that. Then that baby powder pretty much absorbs the rest of that moisture. I'll flick out a little bit here now, and then I can take a blower and blow the rest of that powder out. And if necessary, I might have to flick it a little bit more later. And as I flick out, more of that pea stains and stuff will come out. But she's not bad at all. You're not bad at all. But since you're not going to a show, well, at least to show, if she does go, she might go to a convention as exhibit. And the exhibit animals, they won't be handled at all. They'll just sit and look pretty for everybody to look at. The one exception is the adults. They will need to be weighed and a report be sent to Bryony and the ARBA committee to verify the senior weights. And what I'm going to do, I wish I had a little bit more. I might have enough to get in here. I'm not going to try to get this in her little coochie, but we're going to go around it. So I'm going to put my finger on top. Put that in just a little bit. Does that feel weird? We're just going to get you cleaned up a little bit, sweetheart. On live TV, isn't that awful? Yeah. But you're going to feel better, nice and clean. So I'm going to be gentle on her shearing until I can take some pictures. And then later on today, I'll get her sheared and ready to breed. And because she'll probably be on display if she does go to convention, what I'll do is I'll shear her belly and her legs, and around her tail. I'll even trim her tail. I'll get all this fluffer off of her. And I'll leave the stuff on the outside of her legs, or maybe I'll shear it because she's breeding. I'll shear and clip her all the way down, all of this, and I'll leave her dewlap, but I'll have her belly completely naked from armpit to armpit, just outside her nipple line, all the way down to her legs and her little coochie area, and all around her tail. So all of this fluff will be gone later today. So when I introduce her to one of my boys, and just off the top of my head, I think one of my other chocolate agoutis young boys. I've been breeding him a lot here this last couple weeks because he might be going to some village elders as well. So we're going to spread the Chocolate Agouti genes. We'll take the gentler brush and finish up your little paws. Are we doing okay? Yeah, so this stuff isn't going to show for the pictures, but we got you pretty much cleaned up. If she was going to a show, I try to spend enough time that she would be ready just to pick up and put in front of a judge at any time. One lady taught me years ago that you should groom your rabbits like they're going to best in show. You got them there on, what's a fly doing there? We don't need them there. I'm getting down here to the backside, so I want to be careful. What? What are you making noises for, huh? Yeah, so to save us a bunch of grief, we're not going to spend a whole lot of time brushing your back feet because those won't show up on pictures. And now that I'm pretty much convinced that you are a Chocolate Agouti, I'll get my other little brush out here. Because your front paws will show up on pictures. We'll make you photo ready. And then later we will shear the rest of this off and your belly. And I think Mr. Dewdrop is going to be available for a date night. He's one of my young Chocolate Agouti bucks. I think would be perfect. You have so much wool here. Oh my gosh, I want to sneeze again. She's just got a little bit of stuff here from probably trying to clean her own self off and cleaning her babies. Oh, honey, darling, you are beautiful. There's one other thing that I want to do is trim. Oh, the back of your neck. Can we do that? She is so thick. She is so thick. That's one thing that I've been trying to work on this year is obviously with the Chocolate Agoutis and potential more chocolates, doing more of the recessive colors. But as I'm doing that, I'm trying to be selectively breeding for better wool structure. It's hard to get everything all in one. And when you have that, and she has it, look at that ring color. That's a chocolate agouti. Jeez. So I'm going to have to redo a bunch of pedigrees, you guys. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness I haven't sold any of her babies, right? That's embarrassing. Oh, and I feel this rise. I'm not feeling any bone. And her hips, sometimes there's a little giddy up. Can you turn around a little bit for me, girlfriend? She's not as high as I want, but oh, it just falls right down and it's nice and round. There's no giddy up with her hips. Her feet, when I had her on her back, I don't know if you noticed, but they're nice and straight. They're not cow-hopped. Oh, you're just... And look at this fringe. Oh, God, I'm just... Yes! Yes, yes, yes. So we got some serious stuff going on back here. I try not to let it get this bad. God, this is horrible. Don't do as I do, you guys. Do better. Isn't that a normal mom thing? Don't do what I do. Do what I say. That's what my mom used to say. Yeah, when they get pretty bad back here, it's like, oh my goodness gracious. And it's just uncomfortable. It's hard for them to move. I like my little scissors for the delicate work back here. But that's not available to me right now. And I want to get this done. Oh, and you know, another nice thing about her coat, the ease of maintenance. It's been about 3 months since she had a haircut, because I sheared her just before. Oh, okay, sorry. Don't do as I do. I just snipped her and she told me. I'm listening. I'm listening. Where did I get you? Just a little bit back here. Are you going to sit still? I want to look just one more time back here if I have my scissors. No. It's the same scissors. Yeah, you're a good girl. Why did I have you down as a fawn? Oh my goodness. I'm still going to look up some older videos. When you were just a baby. Yeah. That's one thing that by making mistakes, I can share them with you guys so you won't make the same mistakes, right? Goodness gracious. Chocolate Agouti versus fawns. And we may not get all of this, but we'll get most of it. And then I'll have time to... I know. Sorry, sweetheart. And then I'll have time to find my other scissors. We're going to get this little block off too, shall we? Just one little snip at a time. We're not in a hurry. Let's get out the gentle brush, okay? And just flip your ears just a little bit. There's a little bit more matting back there. And even if she was a show bunny, when you trim this, it grows back so fast, even a couple of weeks. But her big show isn't for, the convention isn't until October. So we'll keep this cleaned out. Oh, you're so pretty. And you got the bangs of a giant. You got the personality of a giant. Oh, baby doll. Oh my goodness. Can we take some pictures of you later today? And look at those ears. Yep. You're beautiful. Now, can I look at your sister a little bit? It's after 11. I haven't even started on Ganache. Good night. Okay, you're done for a minute. Come here, oh my God, girlfriend, you are big. She weighed in at 10.5 pounds today. She's my beautiful chocolate girl. Are you gonna get sheared today? Are you? Let's get my little ruler, my handy dandy ruler. And let's just measure you. Well, with the guard hair, it's over 4 inches. But I'm looking at the underwool. So that's right about there. And so that's not quite 3 inches. It's about 2.5. If I stretch it, it could be 3. Yeah. So I know for a fact, oh, you have some matting going on there too, don't you? You will not be going to the show. And I definitely want to breed you. Look at those furnishings. That's what we like. Yes. She's got beautiful color. Oh my gosh. Okay, girlfriend. What do you got down here? Do we need to trim your toenails? And oh, yep. Let's trim your toenails. I'm checking her toenail color. They all look really nice too. No white toenails. She doesn't have quite as much woolly feet as I like, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's get my toenail clippers for your front feet, shall we? But I think if we keep breeding you to boys that do have woolly feet, she's got a little bit of wool there. It's not as woolly as we want, but it's pretty darn close. So another thing to look at is, you see I'm clipping her toenails, and all these nail clippings are falling into her wool. I could try to pull them out, but I'm going to miss some. So before I shear her, I'm definitely going to blow her again. Not only to get those toenails out there, but to clean that wool. Now I'm going to go ahead and snip just the balls of her feet here. Not back here, up here on the toes. And then I'm going to trim off. She is going to get bred today. Shall we look at who you're going to have a date night with? One of my chocolate agoutis for sure. So you had a date night with Cheerful. Or no, that was your daddy, Cheerful. Your baby daddies are from Puff. He's one of my chocolate agoutis. I could save this, but I'm not. I just have so much. So we're not going to worry about it too much. I'm going to take my time snipping, so I make sure I don't snip her. Just a little bit at a time. She's much calmer than her sister. I can just feel her relax. Her little nose is going 100 miles an hour, but she's like, yeah, whatever. So we're going to do all this hard part first. And then I'm going to get busy shearing her belly and her tail and all around her backside here, so date night will go easier. Yes. See, all of this is kind of matty and starting to felt. I'm not going to keep that. I can, and I have before, and it makes beautiful yarn. Especially when your hand's spinning. You have so much more control over what you make. And my favorite yarn is my beautiful yarn that I felt in the skein. Are you going to let me do your foot? She's like, stop it. Stop it. It's okay. She's like, I don't know. I'm not going to get you, I promise. We're taking our time. Some of this is really good wool, so I don't want to go too crazy here. I want to start saving it here pretty soon. Yeah, see, it's okay, baby. You're such a good mom, too. That's another nice thing. It's been a pleasant surprise. I didn't plan on it, but as I was out crossing, I not only have better bodies, temperament, it's a wild card still. Mold structure, yeah, it's still a wild card. But you know, the one thing that's been pretty universal on all my hybrids and crosses, F2s and F3s, they've been really good moms. I might have some other things that, well, I do. There's always something to improve on, always. But the one thing that's universal, if you don't have good moms, your program is stuck. You ain't going nowhere. And if you do go anywhere, it'll be full of frustration. Good Lord, there's enough of that. When things go right, they don't always go right, and there's still things that can go wrong, and they do. But if you don't have good moms, you're hosed. So with my outcrossing, it gives me high hopes on our future. I can breed these girls at 6 months old, and they are wonderful moms. Not only raising their own, but raising other rabbits, other babies from another mom. They might be a little grumpy when I try to go in and check on the babies. But you know, that's all forgiven. There is so much good wool just on her tail. I'm just gonna, oh my gosh. It's after 11. Holy cannoli, it's 11:30. Okay, guys. Well, we're going to call it a day. Can you say bye-bye? There you go.